Thank you. I'd like now to recognize my friend from Arizona, Ms. Grijalva.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to all the witnesses for being here. I know it's a big sacrifice on your time, and we appreciate it. It's a very exciting opportunity for this subcommittee to move forward something on a bipartisan basis that will really help make that critical connection between those seeking jobs and those looking for qualified employees. I do reject the idea that we're shifting away from higher education, and for all, many people are exposed to opportunities and career paths through school, through internships, through those first jobs that I think are really exciting. And so my question would be for Mr. Cheney. You state in your testimony that Congress must proactively address the digital divide through digital literacy and access. If we were to scale up the use of LERs, I'm concerned that if LERs were to be commonplace tomorrow, there would be many individuals who already have certain barriers to employment, such as older workers, persons with disability, or individuals that don't have access to the internet for a variety of reasons. Some people live in a digital divide area. Those people wouldn't be able to keep up with the digital skills needed to maintain an LER. So can you elaborate on the challenges LERs could create for digital literacy and how we might address those challenges?
I am certainly not an expert on the issues of ensuring that we have digital access across the entire country and the territories, but I would simply say that this is another core example of where that digital divide is hurting us. Yeah. It's hurting people, it's hurting employers, it's hurting our national economy and our competitiveness. And so this is another instance where I think we need to have a real focus of attention and resources to make sure that we're extending digital access and making sure that it is fully available, not just randomly available, and you have to drive to, a Starbucks to get access, but you can get it anytime, anywhere. So this is another example of why we need to address that issue.
Yeah, thank you. Do any of the other witnesses have anything they wanted to add?
Thank you for that opportunity. I would just suggest that the LER itself is as simple and intuitive as mobile applications. And given that 95+% of our Americans and households actually have access to a mobile device, a smartphone, they have access to the LER. I think the digital divide is a challenge with respect to access to the educational and skill development pathways they need, because so much of that cannot be done on a mobile device. The LER itself is highly portable and highly accessible because of its mobile nature.
Okay, great, thank you. And then I wanted to ask about skills-based hiring, which is an underlying approach concept to the LERs. It seems to me that skills-based hiring has some potential to increase equitable opportunities for those who lack a four-year degree, because it would allow someone who has the skills needed for a job but lacks the formal credentialing to apply because of the unnecessary requirements of a college diploma. Could you share with us additional ways which skill-based hiring could further improve job prospects of those that lack a college degree? And I'll start with Mr. Cheney.
Yeah, I'll be brief because I know that my colleagues have input on this as well. So I think for me, even if you have a college degree, you're earning and learning things throughout your entire career, and being able to remember everything that you were awarded when you were 20 and you're trying to get rehired at 50 is difficult. So having an LER is that way of having that entire record of your education and employment that you can digitally share without having to try and remember it, make it up, and convince an employer that you actually did earn it.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
Yes,
Mr. Donato.
So skills-based hiring is certainly an opportunity for all the things that have been mentioned and all the opportunities and benefits that have been discussed. One of the things that I think the full talent marketplace and the LER will do for skills-based hiring is it better grounds and put context into the skills. If we understand the credentials, we understand the context in which you achieved those skills or validated them. Employers have a hard time, based on all of our work and things that we've talked to, under just having a removal of degree, because you're not truly grounding the skills in which they were earned and learned. And that's really an important part of, I think, this full conversation that we're having, not just about LERs, but really understanding how skills were achieved by each individual at any level of education.
Thank you. Mr. Kaplan, I have 17 whole seconds.
Employers agree with you completely. So the reason skills-based hiring is happening is because employers face barriers in finding people who have the skills and abilities to fill the jobs that they need. Absent a skills-based approach to hiring, if we just look at a formal diploma, we're excluding enormous amounts of people in the population. In addition, jobs are changing really rapidly, so the skills that people need to change. So employers are very much in favor of this for exactly the reason that it's going to make them easier and cheaper for them to find the people who can be successful in those jobs.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.